Right, this is in relation to the BMC elections that are going to be taking place. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation elections, they're going to be taking place later in the year or in early 2026. And the breaking news we're bringing you surrounds the Maharashtra Congress and the question of whether or not they're going to be running with their MVA allies, the Shiv Sena UBT and the NCP that is run, of course, by Sharad Pawar. Now, it seems as if post a meeting, Congress leaders are pushing for a solo contest in the BMC polls. They've said they're keeping their doors open for an alliance. But remember, back in Jan, you'd had, and we'll actually just go over to our colleague Yesha to ask her this. Yesha, can you tell our audiences, back in Jan, it had felt as if the Shiv Sena UBT had indicated that it would be contesting these civic elections alone. So is this really the Congress's choice? Do they have maneuvering room here?
So here, of course, now when it comes to the alliance partners between the Maha Vikas Aghadi, what's important to note is that in the wake of the state elections that took place, there of course seemed to be some bad blood within the alliance partners itself because of the issue was seat sharing and the fact that the MVA value was expected to perform and be in power in Maharashtra did not really happen when it comes to the Mahayuti. They managed to get that seat and stronghold within people, and which is where we also heard senior leaders from Shiv Sena, like you rightly mentioned, Shiv Sena UBT, they went ahead to speak about how that the fact that they have that kind of a stronghold when it comes to the BMC elections. In fact, for last more than 20 years is where we've seen that it is Shiv Sena which manages to get power when it comes to the BMC elections. And when it comes to the upcoming BMC elections, of course, they've been delayed for more than 3 years now. But the Shiv Sena UBT, though it has been split into two factions, it's quite confident that they'll be able to manage to get that kind of seats even now. Of course, that was the kind of buzz that was there in the wake post the Vidhan Sabha elections that took place. But now we of course hear that the Congress is also mulling over the fact that they could go solo in the BMC elections. But what's important to note is that while the Shiv Sena has that local voter base, for Congress to go solo, it would have its own. It would fix this with the fact that they would have to have that strong ground level support. Of course, we've seen that in the last Lok Sabha election, when it comes to Maharashtra, the seat numbers for Congress have increased, but that kind of a strong voter base when it comes to ground level is something that lacks within Congress, and which is where they've been mulling over the fact that that they could go solo in a BMC election, but also depend on the equation with the Shiv Sena UBT. Because the decision.
Thank you now. Okay, our connection with Yesha is a little unclear. Yesha, we'll just look to re-establish.
News18.com marches way ahead of the Times of India with 38% more users on native and social platforms. Network 18, the undisputed leader of news networks, way ahead of the Times.